Greetings, Earth scientists. I have Earth questions, and our records indicate that you, as a cognitive scientist, are best suited to answer them.
Okay.
Now, why are there so many languages in your world?
Okay, well first let's define language. A useful way to think about languages is mutual understandability. For example, Alice speaks American English.
Howdy, how's it going?
And Bob speaks British English.
Hello, mate. Fancy a spud of tea?
But they understand each other well enough to have a conversation, so we'd say that these two Englishes are dialects, not distinct languages.
Sure, but how do you end up with so many different languages in the world?
I'm going to borrow an example from biology and start by asking how we wound up with so many species.
Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed about your planet. You guys also have many fuzzy little things around. I've collected some samples.
Oh dear. Well, one popular theory is drift. Imagine a species of bird that travels across the ocean to colonize two islands far away. These birds are now living separately, and over time, random changes accumulate in the gene pools of the bird colonies, which gradually become unique species. And now, if we replace birds with languages, you might see how this could work in a similar way. One group of people moves to different places, separated by geography or distance. With time, the single language they once spoke changes so much that they can't understand each other anymore. This loss of mutual understandability means that the one language has become different languages.
Okay, that's a nice little story, but how do I know this really happened?
Oh, well, let me give you an example. China. So China is a big country, the fourth largest on this planet by total area. You might think that the people there all speak one language called Chinese, but that's not correct. Many people speak one of two major Chinese languages, Mandarin or Cantonese, but even within the Mandarin-speaking world, multiple, quote, dialects are actually not mutually understandable. For example, if you want to say, did you eat, in standard Mandarin, you would say, 吃了没有? But in one dialect, you would say,
吃了没有?
And in another, you would say,
哪里买了?
That's so confusing.
Actually, that's not the full story yet. So separation and drift are one driver of language differentiation. But interestingly, close contact can be another one. There are over 7,000 human languages spoken today, and about 10% of them are spoken by people living in Papua New Guinea, a collection of islands in the Pacific Ocean near Australia. Given what we've said about drift, you might think that most of those languages are spoken by groups of people who don't interact with each other very much, like maybe on these islands. But actually, we see the largest number of different languages clustered here, along the Sepik River, where boat travel means that different groups of people come into contact with each other really often.
Wait, the people who talk to each other most are also the ones who understand each other's languages least?
That's right. It seems that here it's contact rather than drift driving language diversification. People from different groups or tribes who see each other frequently differentiate themselves by speaking different languages.
I mean, I like having my own language that none of you Earthlings understand, but it's not like I just made it up on the spot when I got here. How do people who see each other all the time start speaking different languages?
Good question. Contact between groups of people can create new ways of speaking in a couple different ways. Sometimes one language might drift in different directions and eventually form different dialects and different languages.
Oh, that's how we make new aliens. One alien splits into two different aliens.
Oh, cool. So that's one way that language can emerge. And at other times, speakers of two different languages might start talking to each other and produce a third language, which is kind of like how we make new humans.
I want to hear about how one language turns into two.
New dialects and languages might emerge from a single language when groups of people start to drift apart. This can happen when they're geographically separated from each other, but it might also happen because they think of themselves differently. For example, people who live on Martha's Vineyard Island year-round pronounce vowels in a distinctive way, which distinguishes them from summer tourists. Social identities influence how people speak all over the world and can depend on how people identify with other speakers in a region, religion, race, or class. Over time, these distinct identities could shape new dialects and languages.
And how can two languages make a third language?
This can happen in language contact situations. For example, when indigenous people from Papua New Guinea started doing business with foreigners who spoke English, they created a pidgin language called Tok Pisin that's a mix of languages. Today, over 4 million people speak Tok Pisin, and many learned it from birth, making it a Creole language, since it has native speakers and a more standardized grammar.
Before I release you back to your Earthling Nest for language Earthlings, I have one last question. Why don't you guys have, more languages?
Oh, well, I don't think we really know. Maybe it's because of time. We've only been on this planet so long, and didn't start talking until pretty recently. Or maybe it's because of space. We only have so much space on this planet for different human groups to form. And maybe it's about technology, since we have many recent technologies that can help us communicate across great physical distances. Anyway, the drift model that has worked great in the past, I don't know, thousands of years, might function very differently in today's interconnected world.
I see. Thank you, Earthling. I'm glad I got to visit your world at this point in time. It's a very interesting planet. Take care of it. It seems kind of warm down there. Bye.